Good night, everybody. It's almost 10 o'clock on Tuesday, April 25th, 2017. Just got some stuff ready for tomorrow. I'm going to try to get out while everybody here is asleep. And I'm in Central Illinois, Bloomington. See if I can catch anything tomorrow morning. I just got done relining my bait caster because last time I went fishing, I had a couple knots. And so it was to the point where I couldn't hardly cast. Uh, just put the old monkey butt whopper plopper on. I'm going to try some top water early morning. I don't know if the water temperature is quite there yet, but better than nothing. Just thought while I'm here, I'll go over what I have in my day bag for just the bag that I use, just for pond hopping, which is pretty much what I do. I have I have a stepdad, sorry, and a couple other people that I could use a boat, but I don't do that very often. I don't fish a lot of big lakes. I'm mostly bank fish, pond hopping. So, just for general use, I've got. For those of you who have kids, keep these things. Little Gerber Foods cups. Great for terminal tackle. I got a bunch of little hooks in here. I don't do a lot of night crawler fishing anymore or minnow fishing anymore, but a friend of mine that I go pond hopping with, and my 4-year-old son Liam, who you will see eventually, he throws a lot of night crawlers and minnows. He's actually getting very good at casting. The hardest thing is to keep him interested. If he's not catching fish, he wants to play in the dirt. So, moving on, besides those little hooks, I've got assorted weights, stuff like that for him. I just realized this. I've got pegs, but I don't have any bullet weights set aside from my bag. I got this from a MTB box, an Unfair Lures little minnow. I haven't even tried that yet. End of winter, technically early spring, I went out and grabbed myself a Rapala Husky jerk. I've never fished jerk baits in my life. Moving on, a nice little bluegill pattern swim bait here, hard-bodied, segmented. I've thrown this a couple of times, but I think I've thrown it the wrong time of year. I've never had any luck with it. I got a couple other little smaller swim. What am I thinking? Split shots. And I go to my frogs. I got this in a mystery tackle box. I believe this is River to Sea. A little black popper frog. And then I've got old Lunker Hunt natural colored frog. I've got a swim jig here, black and blue. I picked one of these up end of last summer, early fall. I've got one of these long live target bluegill pattern top waters. I still have not caught a fish on this yet. And now I notice when I go to Dick's Sporting Goods, they're I don't know if it's their private label or something like that, Jawbone. They sell those things for like $3. So I'm like, come on. Live target, man. You guys got everybody last year when you came out with those things. Moving on, I got a Strike King's version of the chatterbait. I think they're called a Rage Blade or something like that. Haven't used that too much yet. I mean, nice little square bill shallow diving. This is actually the Bass Pro XPS bluegill pattern crankbait. Haven't had any luck on it yet. Got myself a big old spook. And that's it for what's actually in my tray. And then in my bag, just, sitting in there, I've got pliers and a little measuring thing that I got from Lake Taneycomo when I went down there to Missouri years ago, It was right after Labor Day weekend. Stayed down there, did a little trout fishing with a friend of mine, and he caught him and I watched. I didn't have any luck catching trout that weekend. A storm had just moved in and just tore the lake up, pretty much is what the locals were telling us, and everybody there was having trouble catching anything. So, that back. Put these over here, stuff I've already gone over. I got a pack of Berkeley Havoc Pit Boss. This is what I caught my first soft plastic on last year. This is a green pumpkin. Skeet Reese design. I got some baby bass colored Zoom flukes. This is the salty super fluke. Baby bass colored. Got a lot of soft plastics. I got some Bass Pro Speed Shads. I do believe these are green pumpkin as well. Yep, green pumpkin. Green pumpkin does real well in the small ponds I fish. A lot of clear water. I do not know what this SMK stands for, but this is a Yamamoto with some purple and blue flake in it. Cinco. I got one of the best baits I've been catching fish on this year. If you watched my other videos, I'm not going to get this one out. This is just a Young Dinger green pumpkin with that chartreuse tip. It's been doing real well for me at one of the ponds I've been fishing at a lot. I got some Bass Pro Shops Stickos. These are in baby bass. And I've got a Zoom green pumpkin with blue trickworm. One of these bigger ones. I think I had some luck on this last year. Nice little flappy tail on it. I've got some 1/0 Wacky Worm weedless hooks. I got some green pumpkin purple flake Christy Critters. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. If you're new to my channel, I've never shown them to you, so I'm going to assume you've never seen them. Got a little red flake in there as well. You can see that. Green pumpkin purple flake, but it also had some red in it. I saw it. I got a Strike King spinhead, a Bass Pro Laser Eye in a green and white pattern, double willow leaf, 1 gold, 1 silver. I got, can never have enough of these, some 3/0 Gamakatsu offset shank worm extra wide gap hooks. I got some more Yum Christy Critters watermelon red flake. Shout out to Lunkers TV. I always hear him throwing those all the time. And this little bad boy, in case you haven't seen it, go check out my personal best bass. This thing is freaking garlic out the wazoo, guys. Lake Fork green pumpkin hyperworm. This is in the 6-inch. This is what I caught my 6.9 pound personal best largemouth bass. And I caught that on the second cast. That thing, but like I said, go back, watch my personal best video if you haven't seen it. That thing was just like, if you've ever seen a boat hauling a skier, that's the way that fish came in. Did not fight. Once I got her to the... Sorry about that. Once I got it to the top, that fish just quit fighting and just dragged her right in. And I was freaking out. It's a good thing I wasn't filming because if you watched, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, I'm trying to keep my channel PG to G, you know, because a lot of times I'm going to be taking my son with me. And no, I could not keep the expletives bottled in. Previous to that, my personal best was 4 pounds 4 ounces, and I'm sorry, fellas, it's hanging on my wall. I was stupid. I was a teenager. I was about 14 years old when I caught that thing, and you know, didn't realize, hey, this fish is gonna get bigger. It's not the only decent-sized largemouth bass I'm ever gonna catch in my life. So I stuck it on my wall. I'm sorry. I apologize. There could be bigger ones in that lake now if it wasn't for me. But that was 24 years ago, almost 25 years ago. Yeah. But that's going to wrap it up. Just thought, in case anybody was interested, that's what's in my personal little day bag that, you know, I go pond hopping with. Hope you guys found this thing interesting. And, like always, go out and catch something.